What's going on, everybody? My name is Dennis. This is my homie Matt. This is my homie Tyler. And we're three college roommates. I just like to talk about basketball a lot. And we've decided to just record some of our conversations. And if it goes, it goes. But if not, then fuck it. We just think the talking heads can do a lot better on ESPN. And we decided to step up to the plate. Shannon Sharp is leaving. There's shoes to fill. Skip can't do it by himself. All right, boys, let's get going. Now, again, the first thing about basketball podcasts, is that you kind of have to have a relationship with the host. So, all you Nets fans that are ever watching this, we are friends. We are one. I felt that pain you felt 2 years ago. I felt last season's pain probably the most because you didn't think it could fail like that, but it did. It really did. And also, you may notice a jersey in the back here. Kings fans, I am also one of you as well. Lived in Sacramento for 4 years. I actually just moved 6 days ago. But, I think I'm going to keep the Kings fandom for my Western Conference team going for the rest of my life. Saw them break the playoff drought. Think that's a great start. But, yeah, just little something about each one of us. I'm going first. Started watching basketball when I was probably 6, 7. My first game was in '04 when I went to the Nets versus the Pacers. Vince Carter's first game. Wasn't really an adult to look at the Nets finals runs, or an adult. I didn't have a consciousness until way later, where I missed the finals run. So I've only seen kind of the bad stuff with the Nets. I saw a 12-win season. I saw when game on the line, shot clock winding down, the person we give it to is Brooke Lopez. Not really someone you want to shoot these shots. Randy Foye hit a game winner for me one time. That's actually a highlight, is Randy Foye. But and then yeah, we'll talk more about the Nets at another time. But big Nets guy, big Kings guy, and yeah, just ready to talk some ball. Look at Matt here, all dressed up. I'm gonna let him go second because he's been eager. He was hitting up the chat, wanting everyone to get going. He's going. So let's go, Matt. What's up?
All right. Well, my name is Matt. I'm a Lakers fan since about 2015. That's when I started watching basketball. I'm a two-time fantasy basketball champ. Um, I've been watching, since 2015 or so. I really like the Lakers because of the young core they had, ready to wait for Anthony Davis. Beautiful, beautiful. I think for the future of the Lakers, I think there could be a chip probably in the next 2 years. Hot take. I think all they need to do is sign wing defenders, a true point guard that can shoot, and a solid glass cleaner. They'll make another solid playoff run.
So just like a lot of people. That was 4 players right there.
Oh well, they're missing. They're missing something.
Okay.
All right, they just got swept.
The whole team.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, all right.
All right,
Western Conference Finals.
Western, yeah.
Yeah.
Conference Finals is crazy. 8th seed.
As an 8, that can't be overlooked. Can't be over. Oh wait, they were a 7 seed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you would have played the Nuggets first. You were 8.
Yeah.
But you won the play-in game.
Came back from 15 down.
Oh yeah. All right, and love to hear from you, Matt. I want to show everyone this is a new Wizards fan as of today or yesterday.
Yeah.
This is confirmed news. Big Ty over here.
Big Ty, as some others called, and lifelong free agent. But I have, college hat, put it on. I'm now a Wizards fan because we got rid of that bum Bradley Beal for nothing. We basically gave him away, but I'm sure we'll get into that part later. Other than that, undefeated regular season champ of fantasy basketball. Something that you two can't talk about. So,
okay, you're talking to 2 champs here. Speaking of, the most recent champ is also right here. That's super crazy to talk about. But I digress. Yeah, Tyler was always the one to give me a lot of grief as a Nets fan, especially during this recent tragic run that we had with the
By the
two
way, you know the
stars.
jersey's not in the screen.
It's fine. They can still kind of see it. Can they see its sign?
I
That's all I
like it.
care
I
about.
like it.
There
I
we go.
like it. I see a signature on the 5, so you're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, Tyler gave me a lot of grief. I always told him to go for a team. When we're playing 2K, he always picked the Raptors. So I was like, is Kawhi the guy? And no, he always picked the Spurs when Kawhi was on there.
Spurs.
And then when
Tony
You're
Parker.
like TP, Tony Parker.
and oh, Tony Parker, Mr. Fundamental,
Yeah.
the
For some reason,
Frenchman.
you just greened his shot for no reason at all.
You know, same thing.
Incredible. All right, boys. So that's about all we got for an intro here. I think most people like
I
the.
cover my Bud Light can. What if we ever get sponsors?
There's 0% chance.
Whoa,
Can I get a
whoa,
sponsor
whoa.
for
We could get
this?
boycotted though. We could get boycotted.
No, yeah, we can.
Nobody's gonna listen, bro.
Literally. But anyways, moving on a little bit more. Uh, everyone likes the host a little bit. They'll talk about their teams, but fuck that. Let's get right into the nitty gritty. As of today, it is June 19th, 2023. The Denver Nuggets have just won the NBA Finals, and there's been a lot of questions going on. So going into the season, Jokic, two-time MVP, first round exit last year to the Warriors, 4-1. People are calling him like one of the worst performing MVPs going into the year. And a lot of questions were raised with Jamal Murray coming back from an ACL tear. Is he the same player? He was coming off a season from the bubble where he was playing lights out, 50-point games in the clutch. That people had questions about him. Aaron Gordon, kind of a reject of the Magic, gets traded over there to Denver. They don't really know what to do with him here. Michael Porter Jr. also very injured. Like a lot of questions with the Nuggets going into the year. Even as the 1 seed, they got there. People were still talking about way other teams in the West: the Lakers, the Suns, the Warriors. Like the Nuggets were getting looked over pretty much the entirety of the season. And now it's done. I'm seeing a lot of the pundits say that it was expected. No, it was not. It really was not. Jamal Murray in this playoffs looks like a solidified number 2. I don't know if people actually felt that even after the bubble, especially after the injury. So there's just a lot going on with that team, and they're able to pull this one through. But I was taking a look at their contracts. They had a lot going on too. But they did lock down Murray, Porter, Gordon, and Jokic. They're all pretty much like locked down for at least the next 2 years. That's when Murray's contract is up. So I'm asking, they're all kind of young. They're all paid. Can this be the next dynasty, guys? Can this be one of the forces to come? Jokic is there. He signed a long-term deal. He's there for 7+ years. What's happening in those 7 years?
Well, let's be honest. This playoff run wasn't super impressive.
Oh,
Like 4 times.
They versed 2 8 seeds, a 7th seed, and a 4th seed. I mean, let's be honest.
wow.
I don't know about that.
What comp did they verse? What comp did they go against?
I mean, you are a Lakers fan.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers were the only team to not get a win in the rest of the series.
What comp do they truly go against, though? I mean, the Nuggets. I mean, they. I mean, I have a respect for the Nuggets.
Okay.
What comp did they go against?
Uh,
I was actually rooting for them against the Heat. Let's be honest.
Does anyone have who were the teams they played? Who was the 8 seed? And
I'll tell you, they played the Timberwolves round 1.
Eighth seed.
Beat them 4-1. They played the Suns round 2.
Right, Suns.
4th
That's
seed.
pretty good competition.
I would call the Suns the second most legitimate Western Conference team going into that.
Booker.
Booker was playing insane, but then they found a way to guard him with Bruce Brown. Like
Bruce Brown. We're talking about Bruce Brown.
Yeah, the Nets legend.
You don't need to tell me about Bruce Brown, man. I wish we kept that guy.
Also has a kid with Lana Rhodes, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, kind of. I was looking at that. Kind of remained under
So
the radar. Blake Griffin took that internet bullying head on, and it wasn't even him.
Blake was negative 2,000
so we
on
do know
game
he has that
cheated
dog in
stat.
him.
Something's in him for sure. But I don't know, man. I like the Lakers. I like their run. I think them getting swept
If the
hinders it.
Lakers had that team the whole year, they also wouldn't be a 7 seed probably.
Do we think that, man? Like, I think I think they would be like even healthy, like healthy in the Western Conference, like no higher than a 5. Like 7 is just their range. I feel like that was kind of expected. I know they got hot at the end of the year, but in a full length season, I don't think they were better than. I don't think they were better than the Nuggets, obviously the 1 seed. Uh, the Grizzlies were winning games. The Suns, the Kings.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are really shooting it up.
We're not gonna get demonetized our first episode here, man. John Morant. But anyways, here I wanted to do a little trivia with you guys here as well. I wrote some fun notes down. So
Are we gonna finish the
No, we didn't
Nuggets?
really discuss the actual question.
Let's
oh,
do that at the
all
end.
right, sure.
At the end, yeah.
But I don't know how you can look at the Phoenix Suns team and think
They're trash. Yeah,
they're not
I didn't
real
say they were
comp.
trash. I didn't say they were trash. I just
Who
said
did the Lakers play?
the Lakers went against the Warriors. That's
they,
comp.
and the
The
Grizzlies.
The
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
With all that
Comp.
turmoil.
Ja
A lot,
played.
Ja played, but Dylan Brooks also opened his mouth.
I mean, when you poke the bear, that man is off to China this offseason.
Yeah.
He's literally off to China.
Ni
Who's
hao.
signing that man?
Ni hao.
But anyways, I think that they had a good championship run that was undercut.
How can you say good championship run and say they played nobody?
All right, let me
Good
rephrase.
Western
I
Conference
respect
run.
the
They never
run.
made the championship.
They didn't go against any comp, but I do think that they can have a championship run in the future though, because they have all these guys locked down. KCP up until next semester was huge. That was a huge sign. Bruce Brown played a big part too. Jamal took him till 226. They're locked him down to. They also got Joker until 28. I mean, they got these dudes under long-term contracts. The only problem that I see is their bench. They don't really have anybody on their bench besides Brucey B, who they're re-signing apparently. Or they might sign him to an extension, but that's all they got on the bench right now. Besides, that white boy, I forget his name, Christian Braun. Is that his name? Yeah.
Braun, yeah.
He played well. He played well.
So like what I noted, we're at the point of the off season where we don't really know the rest of the roster. We're not even in the draft yet, so we don't know like that. Those elements of the roster usually get finalized way later. But if I looked at their depth last year, uh, especially in the playoffs, I realized everyone just runs 8 man rotations, like 3 off the bench consistently.
Maybe,
the Nuggets
maybe
even,
a ninth in there here and there, but not
Yeah,
really.
yeah. So
I don't
like,
even think the Nuggets went that deep.
right?
The Nuggets went to 7.
Braun was the farthest they would go, but I mean, they
Yeah.
still Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. They had like DeAndre Jordan on the bench. I
Did he
mean,
get minutes?
early.
He
I don't
played
know
10 minutes, like,
anymore,
the whole playoff.
but not in the playoffs. But
yeah, he didn't get.
early on in the year, Bones Highland was traded to the Clippers for Mason Plumlee, who got hurt. Like there was so many people that at one point contributed to this team to where Michael Porter Jr. did. Jamal missed the beginning of the year, I'm pretty sure. At least for a little bit. Like they signed these people when they needed to, but also their 8 man was just like obviously Joker, Porter Jr., Murray, KCP, and Gordon. That was their 5. Like Bruce Brown, Braun, and there was one more player. Where like it'll be like Thomas Bryant. Y'all traded Thomas Bryant over there. like randomly will
Yep.
show up. But that's it. And like those people, although you would call them maybe minimum players, like Thomas Bryant was once one of the best people on the Lakers during this season.
He would you believe me if I told you he dropped 32 with the Lakers?
I know,
Yes,
no,
unheard of.
I was watching the Lakers and he was shooting corner threes posted in the corner. Your center.
He's a lot threat too.
The
I mean, he's not bad.
defensive guy.
He's got that little turn away, fade away from like 12 feet. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just think not maybe not dynasty. After someone gets one championship, you can't really like give them the dynasty label.
No,
But
no, 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 no.
I don't know. They have their young guys. They have their
Two,
young guys
maybe
signed.
two Pete or 2 and 2 year or 2 and 3 years, maybe. Who
We'll
knows?
we'll find out what this Western Conference looks like. Zion might get shipped, so that always receives a big haul.
Right, Mills.
Steph Curry's not leaving this conference. Uh,
No.
Ja, although suspended, I don't know if the Grizzlies are ever really thinking about trading him, and he'll be a problem as long as he's in the
No,
league.
no one cares. Nike's still working with him. Like he's fine.
That
He
is
is
a little
losing
more surprising.
$7 million.
Nike working with him is a little more surprising considering what he did. Now, no, not
I
breaking a
mean,
law is what everyone keeps saying that he didn't break law, but holding a gun like this on Instagram Live, it's still
it was
just
a toy, guys. It was just a toy.
call it it's hot boy at the least, at the very minimum, it's very minimum bad behavior. So, but back to the West conversation though. That guy's not leaving the West. There's a lot of people that have a lot to build on here. I think you can't say they'll be the constants out of the West, but I mean Jokic has got to be top two, if not no top two, and he's not two in terms of like the guys who can now bring their guy, bring their teams all the way there. But I want to more talk about Jamal Murray too, because Jokic without Murray and Michael Porter Jr. was a first round exit last year.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. He lit up the Lakers. That man's got some game.
32 averaged 32 in the series, which is I saw like a 32-point triple double from him in that series. Like he was doing everything.
And
And
and I'll be honest. I counted the Nuggets out. I did not think Jamal was him. I didn't think it was him, but he proved me wrong.
I think Jamal right now he gets the same amount of money as Michael Porter Jr. He keeps playing, he's gonna get those number one
Supermax.
option, yeah, number one option offers. So we'll see what happens in 2 years when the
I mean,
contract's up.
the only way this team isn't a dynasty is if injuries. Michael Porter's always been injured. Murray obviously was out for freak accident. Jokic, I mean, he hasn't had a ton of injuries, but he has been poor conditioning. So that's really the only thing I could see that would really kind of screw this team up in the near future.
I mean, yeah. I honestly think that they're kind of going to be the favorites until proven otherwise. Like going into the years and going into these following seasons. Just like the Bucks were as soon as they won. You're like, well, the Bucks are in the East. You don't really you have to hurdle the Bucks before, but then they got bounced in the first round by an 8 seed. A team that lost their first playing game is who knocked out the Bucks.
Giannis, didn't he go down though?
He was shaken. He was shaken up. I don't think he went fully out, but he did receive an injury and played through it. De'Aaron broke his finger and kept playing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and the coach was going through a lot too with his sister and everything. So I mean, that's a burden. So I mean, you got to do your job, but I mean, then again, you know, hard.
It's
I can
hard.
imagine.
It's hard. I got a Nuggets quiz for you. So I was wondering, is this like the best Nuggets season of all time? I don't know if they won a championship prior to this.
They have not. This is their first.
No,
Yes.
this is their
So,
first.
but listen to
Therefore,
this.
yes.
So this was their first time ever being a one seed, but this was not their best record ever. Now I'm gonna name you four teams. I'll tell you who was on the teams. I need you to think who got the most wins in a regular season for the Denver Nuggets. There's obviously this team right here. They won 53 games. but these other teams are either just as many wins, if not better. 2008, Carmelo Anthony and Chauncey Billups, Denver Nuggets. They went to the Western Conference Finals. I won't say what seed they were. They did it the next year, in 2009 as well, winning 53 games, the same that Jokic won this year. Um, and then and then we had in 2018 Jokic and Murray's second year. They had above 50 win season, and then in 2012, which is kind of fucking insane, uh, there was Ty Lawson and Andre Iguodala led Nuggets,
Okay,
which is
that might
Kenneth
have been.
Fareed. Now, who do you think won the most games?
What year was the Ty Lawson one?
2012.
There's no way I'm going with that one. I'm
Just
gonna have to
asking a
go with
trick question with Ty
I'm
Lawson.
gonna have to go with the 2010 team. I believe you said.
Oh 08 or oh 09. You're saying
Oh
Mello?
nine.
You
Okay.
think
Oh nine.
Mello?
Yeah. He's your boy for a reason. He got to be that guy, right?
Well, Melo in 2008 won 54 games, went to the Western Conference Finals, lost to Kobe and Pau Gasol,
Fair.
4-2.
Fair.
But they only had 54 wins. The record is 57 by the 2012 Ty Lawson led
Whoa.
Nuggets. And here's a trick too. They weren't even the one seed. The Denver
That
Nuggets
was
this year were the one seed with 53 wins. The 57 win team wasn't the one seed. I think it was the Spurs.
I mean, that sounds right because
Or
that
no,
was the year
not
they
the
won,
Spurs. It
right?
might have been the OKC Thunder.
No, that was
They did go
Kate.
to the
That
They
makes
went to
sense.
the finals
Yeah,
that year.
I think they did. So like, I just thought that's insane that Ty Lawson had more wins than
short
any
change.
Jokic year, any Melo year, and it was with like a six-man rotation of like Wilson Chandler, Kenneth Fareed, Ty Lawson, Danilo Gallinari. Like the people that won on that team were insane. And I'm pretty sure they lost in the first round. So so that is just
That checked out. Yeah,
that's just insane to me. I cannot believe
playoff
that.
basketball, much different.
Can I tell you? You know what's kind of fun though? They lost to the Warriors. Steph Curry started breaking out in 2012. They lost to the 7 seed Warriors, which is insane. I think it was like a game 7 too. But yeah, Jokic still
They
doesn't have
started the
the record.
dynasty.
Ty Lawson.
Yeah.
I I love that. I love that. Well, the next topic I want to talk about, boys, is Bradley Beal.
Let's get
Uh,
to it.
Now Ty is a local to the DC area. He had gone to Wizards games, correct? He would
I
never
think it was.
fully commit to them though. He said, "Hey, I think if there were a team I would support, it'd be the Wizards, but I hate I hate their team." It's essentially what he would say. And he then hit us with a promise about a week ago. As soon as Bradley Beal's gone, with the trades rumors starting, he would fully commit to the Wizards. And by God, this is the first time I've talked to him since the news of Bradley Beal being traded for Landry Shamet, Chris Paul, and not even a definitive amount yet. They keep saying several second round picks. They're not being definitive with any of this.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be
No
three or
first round picks.
three with like some swaps in there.
Hmm
Not good by any means.
Yeah, because the
Uh,
Suns the Suns have no first round picks because they
yeah,
gave them all for the to the Nets. So it's just several second round picks for Bradley Beal, CP, who I hear is either getting one bought out, two traded. He's not staying.
yeah.
I was hoping he would do the Russell Westbrook thing where he's like, I'll play 1 year in DC. Like, oh, that's cool. You don't want it?
No, I don't. He doesn't want that, bro. He's going to the Clippers probably. Our new general manager, he's from the Clippers. We'll probably strike some deal, I bet.
That's what I was
They
hearing.
probably more as a buyout, and then they throw us a bone some other way or something. I
Hmm
don't know. Uh,
People keep saying that obviously the Suns are losers in this trade. That's what all the pundits are are saying. And to be fair, the biggest gain in the trade is just the loss of Bradley Beal's contract.
Yeah.
Not even a player being acquired. Why they're saying the Wizards are the biggest winners is because there's like 4 years left of a deal just gone. So much room opened
Max
up.
deal, max
Well,
super max
let's not
deal.
give them a ton of credit here. They are the ones who signed him a year ago to that horrible contract. So,
I mean, how can I say
He
this?
he just missed last year too, a
Yeah.
good portion, if not the whole
You
season,
know, he
because
played
I
more than I
saw them.
thought. Did you know he played 50 of the 82?
that's not a lot.
I thought that was
That's not
more.
enough.
I thought he missed
That's
more.
He wouldn't
that's about how
qualify
many
for
jobs going to
anything.
be playing.
You got to play 60 or whatever, right? Or something like that.
I think it's 65 to win an award, or 62.
I mean,
It's
that's
one
my
of those.
marker. If you're not eligible for anything,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I
obviously
like
he did
the
have some
trade.
real injuries. I mean, he's not just sitting out to sit out, but
Hmm.
player, he's an injured guy.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really like the trade. I mean, who are they running it on?
See, that's fit is what I see. I see that they're not done. I've been seeing
I
that
think I yeah, I
Suns fans
expect
keep
them to
saying
trade.
DeAndre Ayton gone.
Yeah, I expect them to trade Aiton for some solid bench players, probably try and get that contract off as well. They have
Hmm.
four max players, or
Is
four
Aiden
max
is Aiden a
players.
max?
Aiton,
I didn't look up
he is a
Aiden's
max.
Ian was
numbers.
He
he
got
was
like
a
a
mid-level
one.
max. Yeah,
I think
he's
he
like
got like a
140 over
125
4 years.
5 year. So
Yeah,
it's a lot for how mediocre he's playing.
Yeah, it's like when I
But
watch DeAndre Ayton, it's like he doesn't want to be a center. I keep reading, and I kind of agree. He's always said he's a power forward at heart. You're like, what does that mean? Like you're 7 foot. It's like what, like you're not. He's not even. He has a little bit of a jumper, like, but not a bag. Like not something that I'm okay with putting you out on the perimeter a little more. You don't need to
no,
be like as a power forward. You don't need to be out there all the time. But like, why can't you be on the block? Why can't like I don't know. I feel like
let's.
he's
I
always
mean,
shied away.
he only has the 6 to 8 foot sky hook. I mean, that little floater he does is that's about it. I don't see him shoot anything else. I mean, but I expect the Suns to sign someone that's coming off free agency. Like I honestly, to be honest, I would like to see D'Lo in that role. That would be
How are the
D'Lo
Lakers
and
in
Book.
bro.
every conversation you have?
I'm just saying, D'Lo
Skip,
and Book
skip,
are
skip.
best friends.
D'Lo
D'Lo
and
and Book are
Book.
best friends.
I don't know. I don't know about that, bro.
I saw
That's
something. I saw something the
I
other day where
don't
I
think
thought they
the
were
Lakers
breaking
are
off.
re-signing him. And I
no
think that
no
the
one
Lakers
should
would
sign
maybe.
D'Lo. That man's
I think
dude.
the Lakers would probably try and get like a city trade or something like that. But who knows? I mean, they could even see the other free agent, John Wall, in that role.
Yeah, just make it a Wizards team, bro. Just all of them.
I mean,
It's
uh,
like that. John
what's
Wall and Bradley
stopping?
Beal didn't like playing together back in Washington. Why would
What's
they like that as the number 4 and 5 guys?
I don't did they really not like that?
They definitely didn't.
Because
I thought they loved that. But this
I
is
thought they loved playing together as well.
but this is different though because I still don't fully know the fit if that makes sense. None of them are very pass first, but are either of them even that tall to play the three? I know we're talking about like too much traditional basketball. I know it's kind of positionless now, but you really like they are the purest shooting guards that I know. Like they don't really have the passing ability. I know playmaking is always there with their jump shots, but they have two just shooters to me. I don't know if you
Pure
think
shooters.
I don't think
I mean,
you can debate that and unless
Bradley
one
Beal
of
has
them
to be on the bench. That's really all it boils down to.
that's there's no way, right? Because Bradley Beal's contract isn't going away. They're gonna try to use that. But D Book's gotta be the main guy. KD, another just insane shooter. Someone's game's gotta change. Maybe it could be D Book or Bradley. Kevin has been very pass like dependent on the Nets team.
He has been passing. It's weird.
He's been very efficient with his shooting. He won't like overstay his welcome though. He was doing a lot in the playoffs, I feel like, but that's because he had the match punch for punch with the Nuggets. But I think Kevin might be one of the people to pass. Maybe it's all of them in like maybe if they all get their assist numbers up to 5 apiece, like those three, maybe. But I don't know, man. It's just to me, I think they need a point guard. But then when I think about it, I'm like, who's playing the three? I think Bradley's like
Well,
6'6".
uh, what
Maybe
about,
Bradley.
to be honest, what's stopping them from Chris Paul getting a buyout and re-signing Chris Paul? Honestly,
I don't
I've
know.
never seen that though.
That seems pretty unlikely. I don't think he's that attached to Phoenix. His quotes today were pretty not great. He's like, man, you can do everything for a company, or for some company, and then it's just business. So I don't think he would do that. I think Clippers is way more likely.
I
well,
keep
how
seeing
would
the
that fit
Clippers
though? That
reunion
wouldn't
there.
fit.
Coming from three people who have no sources besides Twitter, but
No sources whatsoever. But I mean,
Chris Paul and Paul George could be a threat. Who knows where Kawhi is, but
yeah.
maybe those two could do something in the Lakers stadium.
Enough about the Suns. I think we're gonna need to see a little more in the off season with how their team gets constructed a little more. I don't know what role players they even have anymore. I know Torrey
I
Craig,
mean, if they get rid of Aiton and maybe get Van Fleet, that might be a good fit.
Van
But that,
Fleet.
that's probably a long shot. That would be
What
pretty
is
hard.
their cap space?
They would have to get
I
rid
know
of starting
it's
players.
all vet minimums is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
It's gonna be
Because
like Schroeder.
and it's like it's a new hard
I
cap that
love
they
Schroeder.
I know you love Shooter. All Lakers fans
I
love
love
Shooter,
Schroeder
but who's like
since
who
OKC. I've
who's
loved
like
him.
your go-to like vet minimum point guard right now? And mine was always Dennis Schroeder.
Mine is Schroeder.
Yeah.
Schroeder for sure.
Like
He plays defense quick. He can guard those quick guards like Steph Curry. Who can guard Steph Curry? But you know what I mean. He can keep up with them. And
mhm.
these guys, and he's kind of small, but he gives all the effort, and he knows how to work as a team.
I know like we're a few years past it now, but I always used to think of Jeff Teague. I know he even played this year. I think he just retired for
I
vet
think he's in the
minimum
big
kind of
three.
point guard. He's in the
yeah.
big three.
I think he might be in the big three. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh yeah. But let's talk about the Wizards here. Again, the winners. And mostly because they traded away the contract. But we were talking about Landry Shamet a few days ago, Matt and I. And as a Nets fan, I have my opinion about Landry Shamet. What do you think of Landry Shamet, Ty?
I mean, it's a nothing burger.
You
I
really
mean,
don't think he can build to that
I
team
don't
at
think
all?
we should. I don't think we should be building at all. I don't want to hear anything about the Wizards being good. We should plummet. We should really plummet that bottom
Um,
middle.
so
We're always in the
his
middle.
first full year, he's committing to the tank.
Yeah, I want the process. Give me the process. We have
Wow.
no talent. We're gonna trade KP probably. Kuzma. Could do with or without him. We'll probably deal him away or sign and trade or something. No, we should bottom out. We should keep Shaman. I'm fine with that because I don't think he's going to win us that many games. So he could be our starting. He could be our starting point guard. He can play 40 minutes for all I care.
That's
Uh,
so funny.
I want to be a solid 20 and 62 or something. I want to be horrible.
That's horrible, horrible.
One bad season, maybe draft someone good, and maybe have
You're
something.
you're gonna need a few bad seasons.
All right, two bad seasons. If we get the third
I
bad
mean,
season,
he
yeah.
asked for the process, man.
You
All
want the
right,
process.
but not that process. The
Yeah, I
better
was
process.
like, they got like 4 number 1 picks or something.
I don't
Like,
want no Ben Simmons coming here.
oh,
Uh, Hell, we'll take Ben Simmons off your hand for some picks, bro.
no
That we'll
way.
do.
No way you are saying that to
Who
me right now.
who
You
is
Bro,
take Ben
who's
Simmons.
giving
give me
you a
Ben
pick?
Simmons. We will really bottom out. Fuck that guy.
Who is giving you a pick? Ben Simmons.
No, no, no. We'll take Ben Simmons for some picks just so he's not on their roster.
You might get some undrafted players for him. Let's be honest.
Man,
It's the same thing. Where people would just want to get him off the roster so they'll get picks away. That's what I would say.
He still
Boys,
has 2 or 3 more years on his contract.
Yeah,
man,
we're gonna
he
be
does
bad
have
for 2
two.
or 3 years, so it's a perfect marriage. He
Hey,
wants to
man,
be.
y'all are not paying attention. Ben Simmons is in the lab. If you followed him on Instagram, you would see him in the gym.
We're not
He
talking
could
about
Why?
come
Ben Simmons,
back.
but he would probably benefit
Why?
to be on a team where no one
Why
watches
would
him.
I?
So
Why would I follow him when he's an E-list celebrity? He's at the bottom tier of basketball.
yeah.
Well, now he was the last season he played. He was number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Ben Simmons? Where's he at right now? Does anyone
Not
know?
at Kylie Jenner's house.
Definitely not. That she's with Bad Bunny. I don't
He's
know.
in Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn.
He's in Brooklyn, man. But uh, Twitter in terms of Ben Simmons tore him apart, man. I was actually a Ben Simmons apologist for the most part on Twitter. I know it's like hard to say. You see spurts, but he just refuses to shoot the ball. He only has that like really funky skyhook right now. Listen, the defense is still kind of there, kinda, but
When he tries.
when I think this is we're gonna see a different Ben Simmons this year, but we're done talking about Ben Simmons. I want to keep talking about the
Okay,
Wizards.
okay.
Okay,
Now let's get back on to Bradley Beal
so
before we can move
so
on to Draymond.
Beal's gone. Apparently you don't want KP either. So,
KP. Who's KP?
okay,
Kristaps
you
Porzingis.
said
Oh.
KP even.
Oh yeah. No, we would win too many games. We need to get rid of him.
So you like it? I see. Like,
I like him. He'd be okay if we were.
I don't think he would be a huge factor in winning you games.
I mean, he'd probably be injured, but
I think he would probably. He's like a corner slashing. He's like a
I
corner
mean,
three guy now.
well,
That's
we
what he
already
was
know
on the
our stance.
Mavericks.
You guys want them to keep KP? Where do you think this team goes?
I think you can't. If you if you want to sell tickets, if you get rid of Kristaps Porzingis for just picks, you have Kyle Kuzma, Danny Advia, and like Johnny Davis, who was last year. I don't know if you know Johnny Davis. He was your first round rookie, and he just sucked horribly. He was really bad, very below expectations for a first round pick.
Well, here's a little secret: no one goes to games anyways, unless LeBron's playing this weekend or something. So
I actually went to a Wizards game and I saw the Heat. None of the Heat stars played, and
Oh,
none of the freaking Wizards players played.
so you
So
so you
I
saw
just watched. I watched a pre-draft workout video of 5-on-5. Basically, that's what I watched.
and
you
paid $40 or something.
yeah you watch
And
Kendrick Nunn.
we paid 150 actually. But Oladipo actually dropped like 30 points that game. So,
For the Heat. I
Wow.
forgot he got injured for them.
yeah,
Oh
Poor
my
guy.
he said his
god.
career's done.
He said that?
Yeah, he
I'm
said
not
I
I'm
mean,
even
he's
done.
been injured
I'm
like
done.
5 separate times, so that's not that crazy.
I mean, I'm trying to think of
Mr.
more
360.
Wizards, man. Don't you have like Kispert?
We had one of the dudes from Gonzaga, a white guy, who's like decent. Nothing to write
Kispert.
about.
That's Kispert.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Is he a big man? He's a big man, right?
Yeah, he's
Nope.
like a power forward. I
He's
thought he
like
was like a power forward.
a small forward, I thought. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. I thought Denny Advia would be like a small
Turns out
forward.
the Israeli league he came from not that great apparently. So yeah, we could probably write him off.
But he's 22.
All right, he's got that.
I
That's
look
true.
you there's always facts that blow my mind a little bit. Jamal Murray, his rookie year dropped like 9 a game.
Well, he's how old? 24, 25?
I forget how old he's now. I feel like he's a little
He
older. I
had
think
like 4 years in the league, right?
He's
his first
under
year he was drafted
28. I think he's
2016. So
I think he's
this is year
26.
6, but he missed a year
Okay.
because of the torn
I mean,
ACL.
9 points isn't that bad for a rookie. Even to just get playing time, I would say is a win
But
usually.
yeah, but like I think Donny Advia is around there. Like he's chilling like just
He
hovering
might be
under
okay.
double digits.
He might be okay. I don't. There's
I'm
no
not
reason to
calling
get
him
rid of
Jamal
him.
Murray.
No, I'm cool with keeping him. I just
Yeah, yeah. But you said write him off. I'm like, See, Tyler, I know you're new to supporting bad teams, but you're going to be losing a lot of games, but you will notice some gems. When I was watching the Nets just suck ass, I'm like, this kid with a fro from Texas is kind of nasty. Turns out to be Jared Allen. You're like, that's kind of fun. Like you find, and then Spencer Dinwiddie. I know, like Nets fans have a different opinion about him
Another
now.
Wizard. He was on the Wizards as well. Good
Yeah.
time.
Oh my God, do we beef? I forgot about that.
I
Dinwiddie
said
and
he was
Kuzma.
okay. Oh yeah, they did.
No, they had beef. Kuzma called him Din Shitty.
I mean, sometimes he kind of is. So,
He's not
but you bring
great.
up a good point. Whenever I do get my first Wizards jersey, we do need someone who actually has some fandom on the team.
Yeah.
Right now, we have nobody.
It's the fun parts are usually the
We got
rookies.
Kuz.
I
Uh
mean, yeah, but
for
I'm
me
not
it's
getting.
Porzingis. You're not getting a Kuzma jersey. Porzingis jerseys are a little cooler to me. I don't know, to me.
I'm probably not spending $150 on either one of those. To be honest here, whatever.
Well, you're not getting it's either that, like the high score at the time, or like the rookie up and coming. You're not getting Johnny Davis. So that guy sucks. Well, do you know what pick y'all have?
We're probably like
They have the eighth.
Eighth.
nice. We're gonna get a nice nobody.
So no, but eight's a lottery spot, man. You could
Nah,
hit
yeah, we,
something
we
there.
could get someone nice.
Like
Will
it,
Will the Wizards pick someone nice? I don't know.
they usually pick the white guy from the foreign league who sucks. So
You just described Denny. What's his name? Avaja. Um,
there was someone when I was younger too, who was like a six overall pick, white
you're
guy.
right. We've gone foreign picks like the last like pretty much 3 or 4 times that really matter.
Yeah,
Like Hachimura. Well, I guess he was in Gonzaga, but he was technically one part of the Japanese basketball team. Uh,
you're committing here. You're saying we. This is really
I
This is
don't know.
new.
this is big.
Here, let's get your final prediction on what the Wizards will do, and then we can move on to the next
Yeah,
topic.
my when the Nets were bad, uh you would hope for like 22 to 23. Like kind of wins in the season.
That's what I'm looking for, and I do think KCP gets traded, and Kuzma will probably sign and trade. That's my prediction.
You said
Uh,
KCP, not
that
Contavious
would be he
Caldwell
would be a
Pope.
much better player. I wish he was.
Then KP.
Yes, at least he wouldn't be $1 million. He would be
You'd be kind
a
of
mid level.
expensive.
All right, yeah, but KP and Kuzma, I think they're out the door for sure,
Mm,
which is
all
not
right.
a very exciting take, but
Well, still the winners of the trade to me. We have to see what's happening with the Suns.
dude,
Uh,
we're gonna draft the next Jokic with all those second round picks. It's gonna be amazing.
the we're finally over the Beal hump. I think we're going to brighter days here. We're not going to stay in this pit of mediocrity anymore. The next, I know you probably want to tank until you find a star, but when you're supporting a bad team as a Nets fan, you should aim for the playoffs. You're just like, oh, that would be kind of cool even if we made a play-in game. This is a 10, the 10 seed out of 15. Like it's
No,
nah.
give me the first round pick.
Give
Yeah,
me the
fuck that.
pick.
Okay, all right. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, see, a thing I can't relate on. The Nets traded all their picks, so sucking didn't even matter. This at the time. So, whatever. Moving on. News that came out today or yesterday or whenever it was. Draymond Green declining his player option with the Warriors. 27 mil. I don't quite understand the business move. I know he signed to Rich Paul, the little Clutch Sports brand. I don't know if he's trying to rework a contract. Maybe he's trying to make it more team friendly. Because 27 million for Draymond, who's giving you like 8, 7, and 7. Like, I think he's still the heart and soul of the team. I don't know if he's asking for more than 27.9, but I don't quite understand the move because every article I was reading is that the Warriors are still pursuing him. I know their GM just stepped down, but Mike Dunleavy has let it known that he wants to keep Draymond around. I'm I'm a little confused on it. I want to hear y'all's takes.
Well, to be honest, I think that they're gonna re-sign Draymond. I think they're just trying to fix the cap space because I know that they're running into issues with people not they want people to take pay cuts, including Clay. They want him to take cut this offseason as well. Um, but yeah,
They paid
I think
Poole.
Yeah,
They paid Poole.
I
They
think
paid Wiggins.
they really want to try and sign somebody like that they missed. You know who they missed last season? They really missed, or this season they really missed Otto Porter Jr.
That's a take. I agree with that. I
He
also agree with Wiggins like missing majority of the year.
he did miss a lot. He did miss a
serious
lot, but
reasons.
I still don't. Does anyone know why yet?
No, he never said why. He
Has
never said
anyone
why.
ever come out? Because he missed months for personal reasons. That is kind
sources
of
are
talked
telling
about.
me that they are that his
Did you just? Are we gonna let
his
him do
wife
that? He just said sources
his
are
wife
telling me.
his wife his wife was hooking up with his best friend apparently
Your
when
source
he
is
was taking care of
Twitter.
his kid.
What? What? Oh,
No,
That's
I heard that too. But why would
that's
you
what I'm
miss
hearing
two?
around the
Why would you
league.
miss 2 months? I saw Twitter talk about that bullshit. Why would you miss
It's
2 months for
divorce. I
that?
mean, that's what my guys on the inside are telling me,
Skip,
honestly.
skip,
So
skip.
that's what I'm hearing. But I think they're and I do not hope. I pray that that LeBron doesn't push to sign Draymond in a free agent as well. That sounds terrible to me. He can't shoot. Scores 8 points a game. Okay, maybe he can add defense, but I mean, we're maybe top 10 defense already. I mean,
he
we
could
just got to
fuck with
keep certain.
Jokic in the
We
playoffs.
got to
That's
keep. He's too little. Let's be honest. I mean, like
Jokic is gonna get
he
his, man. I've seen
yeah,
Jokic baby
like
Gobert.
he's not he's not stopping him. But I think, I mean, let's be like he is 38th in blocks, 37th in rebounding in the league. I mean, like, is this guy even worth the money? I think he's taking a pay cut. Let's be honest.
Uh,
he's going for longer years for sure. I think he just resigns with Golden State.
Yeah,
I don't think he leaves either. I definitely think he might want to help the team. Because remember, he has that podcast. He was saying like the Warriors dynasty's not done, and I'm like, Clay's kind of not looking like Clay no more. But
man. When I saw his shooting numbers, wow.
I just
But
think when I watch Clay Thompson now, it's just he's very slow laterally. He can't keep up with like they're running right by him now defensively, which used to be his like bread and butter, always staying in front of his defender.
he used to guard Kyrie.
Uh-huh. I mean, he's shooting the three at a confident clip still, which is what you want from your shooting guard, but I don't know, man. If you drop
Is he
Clay,
making them?
no, he's not.
Yeah.
But like is Poole the solution? Is like cuz you want like anyways, we're not going to keep carrying on about the Warriors, but that is kind of interesting with this Warriors team. They beat the Kings in 7. Hated to see that, my guy. Hated to see that. But they then lost to the Lakers. A lot of that series came because they didn't have the height to me, and
They couldn't guard AD.
they didn't have, and also like Steph wasn't like cooking like he was in the first round. We did have a Steph game, a few of those games, but like he could have showed up a little earlier. Poole was struggling. Wiggins had no flow. I feel like Wiggins was just like he like entered the team and he would he would get the ball when passed to, but never call for it. Plays weren't drawn for him because they couldn't work on him during the season. Wiggins was
It seemed like
a shell of
it seemed
himself.
like Poole wasn't even playable. He
He was
couldn't
He
the
do
he was
was
anything,
definitely
cold.
the J.R. Smith of their team.
and getting paid a whopping 40 million a year, I think, or 30 million.
hmm A championship will get you high on life, man, and then you'll pay everyone for it, and then you realize what a stupid decision. It makes you wonder how Beal got paid at all. You're like,
Because another little secret: no one's signing in Washington, bro. There was no one else coming. So
yeah,
They
I
got to use
agree.
that cap.
I mean, besides Kevin Durant, the Warriors weren't really like a free agent location before KD, but they mostly just signed everyone. But now everyone on that team is old. They can't really get it done no more. But I think the Warriors, we'll see where they are. They're not going to miss the playoffs. I'll never be confident that they'll miss it. I know they had that where they missed the play in with only Steph. I feel like that's an outlier season. Steph broke his wrist during that year. I think that as long as Steph Curry's on your team, you're always in contention. I mean, how many time champion now? Is it 4 time? 3 time?
Four-time champion,
Yeah, so
one-time final MVPs.
he's not he did get that. He's not leaving the West. So as long as he's there, you're always gonna think he's a contender. But the Warriors are in a weird like middle ground right
Weird
now.
spot. Weird
Yeah,
spot.
where they paid their stars, they paid their supporting players, and they're like, can we actually ride with these guys in these next few
I think
years?
they just lost their VP of basketball operations. I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What was his name? I forget his
Myers.
name. Yeah,
I'm forgetting
Bob
his first
Myers.
name. Yeah, Bob
I
Myers.
think it's Bob. Yeah,
They just got Dunleavy, former player, played 15 years in the league, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's move
I
on.
heard his jump.
I think the Warriors will be all right. Draymond's probably coming back. Now I wrote down to talk about cats debate. I know we talked about this a little bit with
This
Cat
will
and
be a
Pat
funny
Bev.
one.
Yeah, Pat Bev is senile. We know that guy is just like his how he digests some information is just so ridiculous. Or like have you ever had a friend that like something would happen and then you hear them retell it and it's like something so off like and you were there, you're like that's not how I took that information at all. That's what Patrick
Yep.
Beverly is. He said that the Timberwolves making the playoffs meant more than the Denver Nuggets winning the title. I mean, but
Well,
back
I think it was the play-in.
it was, yeah, because they didn't
yeah,
win a series.
I think he said that just getting them to the playoffs was impressive. I mean,
we should really just take like a round of applause. That was just like beautiful work by him. Just really just doing a spin
Great
on
clip.
everything.
Great
good
clip.
clickbait.
Great clip.
We strive to be that level, honestly. Uh,
Honestly.
so we can learn something from them.
Matt started
Probably
off
not in the
hot.
basketball sense because that is ludicrous. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we could kind of ignore everything Pat Bev says. That's kind of what I wanted to say. But I was a little defendant on the cat comments, and
Yes.
I wanted
Yes,
us to
let's get
have
into
some
that.
opposing sides here, and I know we do. I
Okay.
remember y'all think kind of. All right, tell me your opinions about Cat right now. His statements
Ty, you can go
were
first.
real quick. The statements were that when he retires, will be remembered as a player that changed the game.
I mean, like I don't think it's that crazy. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter compared to most centers. So in
Hmm.
that sense, sure. Is he? Would I want him on the Wizards? Sure. Is he? Is he a winning player? That's kind of hard to say yet. Uh, so best to ever play the game? No, definitely not.
Mm. I think he obviously, Pat Bev overvalues himself like insanely. I think Cat has a lot of value, but he still kind of overvalued himself a little. I think basically calling his style generational and like game changing, I don't think that's that crazy. We've seen people his height eat in the mid range, eat on the 3-point line before. The game, like the Warriors kind of opened that up where, like, hey, spacing. So, like, I was watching Mo Spates, their backup center, shoot threes. Like, the game is overall changing. I'm not sure if you could credit that all to him. He's not like a a generational game changer. But I mean, you have to say he's a top five center. I think it's like behind Jokic, Embiid, and like I think he's like right there. It's like him and Sabonis. I really.
Yeah,
And the bonus is definitely better.
You think
yeah.
so? I think Cat might be better defensively. Sabonis got eaten the whole playoff series by Kevon Looney. Like
He's
I
alive.
Sabonis gets rebounds. He gets a ton of rebounds, but he's not like great defensively. He got bodied by Kevon Looney horribly. Kevon Looney's getting 20 rebounds. I
I
think.
mean,
Yeah.
they're 3 or 4. I guess we can put him there for sure.
Hmm. But Sabonis has better passing, right?
And then
So
they have the other great center on the same team, Gobert. Really the 1-2 punch.
that's kind of what I'm a little concerned about because they have Anthony Edwards. They picked up Gobert. If Cat really is who he says he is, shouldn't he have a little more to show for it?
Yeah, I think Cat is delusional, honestly. I mean, yeah, he shoots the highest league from three as a big man, but I mean like nothing to show for it in the past what? How I mean, what,
When
six,
was he
7 years?
drafted? When was he drafted?
He's got
And
to be like he was the
he
same year as Booker, I thought, right?
He was saying, yeah, he was same year as
he's
Jaleel
had
Okafor.
So that was like six,
he's
7 years,
had
8 years.
I mean, granted, he's only had maybe one valid team. That was with Jimmy,
Jimmy
where he
Butler.
had like Andrew Wiggins, I think as
Jimmy
well.
him to get the fuck
D'Lo,
out.
I mean,
It
Cat. I
was
mean,
like
they
Derrick
that was his
Rose
only
at the
valid
point.
team. Yeah, that was their only valid team. But I mean, I don't even think their market can even support a big player, big time player. I want to see. To be honest, I want to see him on a different team and on in a yeah. I want to see him in a different role, and he just has to go out and basically do everything at this point. And I mean, what they have Anthony Edwards, and that's about it. I mean,
What I like about this new Nuggets team is that it showed you that just like it took Murray and Jokic like 6 years together to like get it going. And Anthony Edwards, he really could usurp Carl Anthony Towns in terms of being the best player in Minnesota. He is so good. He reminds
a
me a
bucket.
lot of like a short a short guy who still has like he's a freak athlete. I don't know. He's kind of like himself because AI was short, but he could do whatever he want. AI could get to the paint and get whatever he wanted. Like he's not AI because he dunks, but he does have this like short, but not like you can't like punk him in the paint.
No,
He's
that's
also improved the jumper immensely.
he's boomed on almost everybody. Honestly, like
Yeah, and then the defense has also gotten better with Anthony Edwards. I think they paid Gobert. Anthony Edwards, we're on year like two with Cat and Anthony, like fully. Like I know they're still kind of missing time, but if we give them a few years, maybe. But again, the Western
no,
Conference is hell.
I don't give them. I don't think that team is gonna win. No, and I think I'm a Rudy Gobert hater. Okay, that man is worthless in a half court set. Like, what does he do to be like? Does he have a floater?
No,
Mm.
no, he's not on the
No,
court
like
for that.
He's got jump hook and footwork. He's the guy that hits you with a few pump fakes until you eventually fall for one and then go around you.
yeah, yeah. This is an offensive league now. You need to have some offense. You need to have some skill. Bring something to the table on both sides. You know, he's not. He's not really that even good on defense. I would say either. I mean, he gets boomed
Gobert?
on more than anyone in the league. I don't trust him. I would take. I would take.
Gobert?
He might
I
be a
would take.
little,
You are
I
our
would
little.
Skip
take.
Bayless.
I would take.
He
You
can
This
are.
is
definitely
gonna
play
be a
defense.
hot. I
That's
would
like the
take.
one thing he's like a god at. Is defense. That's like the
I don't.
one thing. Like he's not quick. He has no jumper. The one thing Rudy Gobert has is that he's 7 foot two with the wingspan of Zeus, just blocking everyone. Yes, he gets yammed on, but it's because he's going up every time. He's not scared.
I
I kind
just
of find that good. Jared Allen gets yanned on all the time on the Nets, and I was like, I'm glad Jared jumps. I'm glad he still
yeah,
goes
I
up.
I actually love Jared Allen, but Rudy Gobert, not it. Not and he's not worth nearly what they traded him for either. Well, I mean, what did they get?
Yeah,
Four
that
first
I
round
mean that
picks?
trade was
Yeah.
market changing. Like the lead was literally scared to trade at the beginning of this year because of that Rudy Gobert trade. So,
That's that's why
hmm
Kevin Durant didn't get traded.
literally,
That's why.
amen.
I mean,
Listen, we'll talk about the Nets another time.
yeah.
When we're like ranking our lists. All right,
What
let's
what are
move
we
let's
doing
move
next? Are we
past
doing?
this. We were talking about Cat
Yeah,
and
we're doing.
stuff. What did you want to do? I had two
Oh,
things we could do. I was like, we could rank the top five players in either the regular season or the playoffs, in your opinion, or we could have a hot take. And Matt, Tyler, a little
I got
spoiler.
my
let's
hot
do the
take
hot take.
ready.
Matt has a hot take, is what he keeps telling me. Let's hear it. Let's hear one hot take as we
All
wrap
right.
this up.
All right. Okay, this is my hot take. Okay. Wait, are we all giving hot takes?
I'll give
Yeah,
one.
yeah, one
Okay.
each. Let,
Okay.
let me go
All
last.
right. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. This is my hot take. Okay.
Okay.
Lakers.
Of course, it's like
I'm here to fix the team. Okay. I'm basically the GM at this point.
Okay, let's hear it.
The Lakers need to re-sign JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard from Taiwan. Wait, hear me out. Hear me out.
all right.
Okay, look, hear
That
me
was
out.
a hot
Wait, wait,
take.
wait, wait. Let me finish. Let me finish, okay? The paint defense in 2020, top 7 least points allowed in the paint, okay? Who did they have Jokic defend? They had who defended Jokic?
In your
Those
series?
two big bodies. Those two big bodies. They had AD at the 4 and they had lob threat JaVale,
I forgot
3-time champ, MVP.
y'all beat the Nuggets 4-1 in the bubble. That's crazy. I
And
forgot
then
about
we
that.
and then we also had Dwight Howard who could shoot threes and
Dwight
wait,
Howard
wait,
can't
wait,
shoot
wait, let, wait, let,
threes.
let me finish. Let me finish. All right. He can shoot threes. He shot that was his last shot in the finals. He shot a three. Last shot in the finals. We can play it back. But top 7 least amount points allowed in the paint. And I got to look at the stats for that Denver series, but who guarded Jokic? Because it wasn't AD.
That was definitely a hot take. Yeah,
Steaming. Steaming take. I do think you're not factoring in the 4 years.
or the fact
Different.
that they're ancient,
Yeah.
or the
We've
fact that they're
added
playing in
4 years.
Taiwan for a
Yeah,
reason.
Dwight Howard is in Taiwan right now. He's trying not to
Why
smile.
don't they get Lance Stevenson again too while
Look,
they're at it? You know.
Let's let's get what Morris twin did they have? Which one?
They
Johan
had the one that
Markeef?
didn't fight everyone.
Johan Markeef? Yeah, Johan Markeef.
look, it's a hot take, okay? But I think it would fix paint defense.
I don't, but okay.
I mean,
You
as
guys, I mean, you guys
I
can
was looking
respectfully
at the
disagree. I understand.
I was looking at the center market like mid-season because the Nets were lacking a center behind Nick Claxton, and the market. If you're saying you need a body, is kind of lackluster. You're looking at like Hassan Whiteside. You're
Who's
doing
taking Has-
that. You're doing that face, but then you want Dwight Howard from Taiwan.
Who's taking Hassan Whiteside over JaVale
Taiwan.
The
and
answer is nobody's taking any of these people. They all
No, like
suck.
I bet Hassan
I
Whiteside would
will
be a top
I will
five
die.
center in Taiwan right now.
I will a top 5. I will die on this hill. If they sign them, chip,
Chip.
Well,
take,
nice,
hot
guys.
take.
Our first episode ever, we discussed fucking Dwight
That
Howard.
Okay, okay, okay,
these are good
okay.
clips though. These are good
We
clips.
can move on. We can move on. We can
No,
move
I
on.
Yeah,
mean I mean that I love the Lakers fandom there. I love it. I love it. To me, let's think of a hot take for me here. Uh I've been looking at it. I don't want to do the Nets because because I feel like I don't want to show my bias too much, even though I will say Michael Bridges, all star, he will be the number one, and he will look phenomenal. So
The
look
number
out
one
for
on the
him.
Nets.
Well, the number one in
Is
our
that
hearts as well.
that's your take?
Well, no, he. That's not even that.
Okay.
Who else?
Okay. All
Who
right.
else would it
All
be?
right. All right. All right.
All
Dinwiddie.
right, get
All
on
right,
with your hot
here,
take.
here,
I just
here.
want to know. I just want to see.
Here's my take. Here's my take. The San Antonio Spurs were the second worst team in the NBA last year. Debatably third. They keep saying that the draft lottery was rigged for them
It was.
because the Pistons were definitely worse and the Rockets were definitely worse. But Victor Wembanyama, you give that guy a season, and why can't they just like knock out the Thunder from a playing spot? While like they easily, I think Victor can be that guy to just absolutely rip for for the Spurs, and I think with some right luck, it's you we the season just ended. I'm looking at the standings. It's hard to see any of these guys that's not in the playing games really fall off. Like you look at the Clippers, Grizzlies, Kings as possible people that would maybe drop out of there. But my hot take would be that Victor Wembanyama leads the Spurs to a playoff berth from like that quick of a turnaround, like really quickly. No, not
Let,
much of a
let's get
process.
let's get a seed prediction though.
A seed? I mean, you'd be thrilled with a
Are
play-in,
we
right?
talking? Are we talking one through six, or are we talking 7 through 10?
Uh, there's gonna be a lot of turnover. I love the Kings. They could easily fall out. They might not be a three seed. Like they could easily be a 10 seed. So I'm gonna say they can fall out. What are the Clippers? Like we don't know what their situation is pretty much at all as the season gets closer. I think that even with the suspensions, the Grizzlies will be fine. They'll probably be up there. The Nuggets. Um, I think the Warriors could fall out of there. The Suns maybe top six. So I'm saying they could get as high, like in best case scenario, six seed, not a playing team. The final spot that's not a playing.
So
But
you're predicting the sixth seed.
well, it's like a 6 through 10. I'm saying best case scenario six, most likely eight.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
that's
I
my
that's
that's my
believable.
prediction.
Me, you
But
got the
see, that's
greatest
not
take
even that
ever.
hot of a take to me. I think that's kind of normal. But
Eh,
That's
I'm
smoldering.
I'm putting
Yes.
my stock in that Victor Wembanyama trade. I know people are kind of
okay.
doubting it, but I'm with it. We saw a guy dominate overseas, come to the NBA and do it in Luca. He went and played in France for that short spirit after that G League stint, and he dominated. Those European leagues are no joke, much more physical, not the touch fouls. And he's
Better
being
fundamentals.
skinny. hmm
Okay. All right. All right. Big tie. You're
What's
up.
yours?
All right, I think we'll see two major trades before the end of the start of the season. Zion Williamson's going to be out there,
Mm.
and Damian Lillard, possibly even a little switch for between the two, possibly. Can't rule it out.
Hmm.
Uh, Damian Lillard, the 3 seed for Zion, and some other collection of crap. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
You know, sources are telling me that Zion could potentially go to Portland for the third pick.
wow,
That's
that's
that's what I'm
crazy.
hearing.
Sources, man, your phone must be going crazy, huh?
I like how you. I just
People
wanted to say
people
this.
tell
I
me
like how
things.
you're also drinking from a coffee cup. Like this is 6 o'clock in the morning,
Okay, let's not get attacking over here.
and
Skip,
there's a
skip.
water cooler in the background, bro.
Let's
Like,
stay
what?
let's
You're,
stay let's. Well, I'm in my office.
I gotta take it. You're taking this too serious.
I love it, man. I love the
Next
energy.
next time you were gonna come on, you're gonna have a tie.
No, he has a dress
Who
shirt on
knows?
right now. He looks great.
Who knows? Who knows?
I think I think these are all good hot takes. I think Zion is definitely that stunt he pulled where he didn't want to get in the way. He was healthy, but like didn't want to mess up momentum. I'm like, brother, they're the 10 seed. They almost dropped out. They were a few games away from dropping to the Mavericks. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
that man doesn't love basketball. That man just likes being rich.
I think it's weird that like I'm
Plus,
okay with that. Jokic
he's
doesn't
actually
love
pretty transparent.
basketball. Jokic, like Kobe Bryant made everyone think that you need to be like all about the game, like kind of like freakishly. But Jokic just like, I want to go home. And I understand that, but at least he puts in the work. Zion is like a little more lazy than I thought. It's
Yeah,
kind of bad.
they were saying that he was missing practices
He was missing
just
treatments.
because. Yeah. Oh, it was treatments. Yeah.
Yeah. He was doing at home recovery on his own with his own trainers and
At
stuff.
home with
Yeah,
Ryan
right. I
Mills.
think that's just an excuse to
Yeah.
not check in. But I think Zion is definitely getting on the last straw there. They're willing to just go all in on like Bi and CJ and get you could get a big return for Zion at
I,
this
I, I
at this
like
point
it.
too.
I like those that duo.
I do too. I do too. I think if they get a star point guard like Dame, that could really be crazy.
Well, and they definitely would get it the third round pick too.
Yeah.
Uh, and again, there would be some other stuff on the Pelicans side.
Yeah.
It's not.
Of
Uh,
course. Of course.
but they
But
have a couple other picks. They have a Lakers pick somewhere in there still. I want to say, or at least a
They got
swap.
two more Laker picks.
I do want to say the Nets have also been involved in the Damian Lillard talks.
Yeah, Damian can
I've
go.
heard that as well.
That was just a more
Your
spicy
sources
version.
got you there too? You
Yes,
got net sources.
my people in Brooklyn are telling me that Dame could be traded there.
Is he saying anything about the Wizards?
The
They
Wizards are
suck
off the
ass.
market. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
No one's
right.
talking
You're
about
right.
them.
That
No
would
one's
that would go against our tanking plan.
no one's listening to the Wizards. No one's hearing the Wizards. No one's seeing
You
the
know, they
Wizards.
won 35 games.
Well, that's magic for you.
That's not I thought I thought they won less. 35 games is not that bad. If you're a tanking team, you need to get in those 20s.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're not good at it. We should have been better at it, you would think, but
Hmm. Well, well, boys, I think this has been a good episode for episode 1.
Yeah, this is a good app. Good app.
I think we got a lot down. Now with the NBA season not being in full swing, not even really close to being in full swing. I think the draft's at like next week, or 2 weeks from now. I think next week we should come in with rankings of either players or teams on how they did last season. Not predicting, but not let's not do teams then. Let's do like a top 10 list or top.
oh, how about this? How about a top five worst? The top
Oh,
five worst
best and
either
worst.
players. Let's talk about players
Yeah, I'm with that.
because
I'm with
we
that.
can go real obscure on the top worst.
Yeah, not a lot going on right now, so I'm thinking maybe we could get some draft coverage next week because the draft is coming up. I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm all
draft
in on it.
sources.
I've never actually like fully looked at the draft fully. As a Nets fan, we usually were in the back half because we would pick up a trade somewhere and not like we would win or anything. You know, good teams are usually in the back, but we'd pick up like the Celtics picks who were doing well. So we would be like back half and get like Cam Thomas. So it'd be cool to kind of like get hip to some of these players a little before. So draft coverage and then a ranking of players, best and worst from last season next week. I think that sounds fun. Sounds good. All right,
Yes.
boys. I really appreciate y'all for coming out. Uh, we've been going for about an hour and 15, a little longer than expected, but still, what an epi. Great rip and great convos. I appreciate you boys heavy.